Well, hello there and welcome, friends. We're in Fort Myers Beach, and today we're going to be showing you the resilience that Fort Myers Beach has had since Hurricane Ian. We're going to show you what's new, what's going to be developed, and what's up and coming. Now, there's a lot of things going on, and we also have a little surprise for our viewers that would love to come to Fort Myers. There is a little place that a lot of tourists do not know about, and even the locals do not go. So stay tuned, and we're going to be bringing you to that place.
So let's get right to it.
Fort Myers Beach on Estero Island is well known all over the world for the breathtaking sunsets. This beautiful 7-mile island is located along the Gulf in southwest Florida. Our first treat of the day, Mom's Home Cooking. The restaurant was totally destroyed during the hurricane. However, the same excellent cinnamon buns and breakfast specials are being served from a food truck.
We begin the morning at Mom's Home Kitchen, right outdoors at Fort Myers Beach, and I have the Island Tropical, which is the mango, strawberry, and pineapple juice.
Mom's Kitchen, they're known for their cinnamon roll. They do have the best cinnamon roll in town. So here it is.
This biscuit looks amazing with the bacon, egg, and cheese. And the biscuit is homemade. And the reason why we're outdoors at Mom's Kitchen is because Mom's Kitchen was heavily damaged from Hurricane Ian. So it still sits outdoors here, which is fabulous. We have extra bacon here, can't leave it behind. Bacon. It's a southern thing, and I like bacon.
Okay, so we're gonna try that cinnamon roll.
It is good.
It is good?
It has the perfect blend of cinnamon and the spices that it needs.
We want to wish Mom's Kitchen prosperous days ahead, that they can rebuild their restaurant again. But in the meantime, the cinnamon buns and breakfast specials are still an amazing hit. Here sits the famous landmark, the clock which was preserved during Hurricane Ian and then replaced. The name Times Square is taken from Times Square, New York City, because it became the town's primary business and entertainment area. Did you know that over 1 million cubic yards or 2 billion pounds of sand was replaced to bring back the beach's charm?
The Fort Myers Beach Pier, which was impacted by Hurricane Ian, still remains closed, but there is projections of construction beginning 2026, and by early 2027, it should be completed.
The final structures of rebuilding the damaged pier have been approved. It will be 12 feet in width, extending to 1,000 feet in length, and more resilient.
Fort Myers Beach can be a rider's paradise, or your rider's blocks diminish when you spend time here and you come up with the intriguing, blissful words, and that is perhaps why Hemingway and Tennessee Williams moved here to Florida for the rider's block clarity. A perfect setting, relaxation, listening to some suave music.
We decided to rent a golf cart with tripping rides, so that way we can cover more ground easily and easier to park. Prices vary depending on the hours needed.
All right, next up, we're gonna go check out Old Carlos Boulevard and see what's going on there.
Right across from us here at Miramar and Estero Boulevard, there is bike rentals. Plenty of bikes. Bikes and scooters.
As we drive up and down the boulevard, we are going to be crossing Margaritaville many times. This resort is a popular landmark here in Fort Myers Beach. It offers both resort guest accommodations and day pass options to enjoy the pool overlooking the beach, a one-day vacation getaway while sipping cold drinks by the tiki bar. And coming right up is Old St. Carlos Boulevard, an historic area in Fort Myers Beach that was once the main entrance to the island, marked by large stone arches that were demolished in the 1970s. Some favorite eating spots include Yucatan Beach Stand, SOB, which stands for Smoking Oyster Brewery, Snug Harbor Waterfront, and Woohoo Willie, just to name a few. Located on the back bay is Snug Harbor Waterfront, and Nervous Nelly is right next door. Snug Harbor serves fresh-caught fish and shrimp, a relaxing open-air dining with amazing views of the Matanzas Pass waterway. This place also provides live music, happy hour, and a welcoming laid-back ambiance. From the St. Carlos Bay, you can experience breathtaking sunsets. Visitors praise the Matanzas Pass Bridge for its stunning views. The bridge has a pedestrian walkway. The area is now the core downtown of Fort Myers Beach, with a mix of shops, restaurants, and local businesses. Some of the beach resorts that we are going to come across while driving are Latitude 26 Waterfront Resort and the Pink Shell Resort. This resort is directly on the beach and sand. Imagine waking up to this beautiful Gulf view. We have reached the Bowditch Point Park. Unfortunately, this is still closed. This is a 17-acre beach, which includes access to the beach and by the Gulf on the back bay. And it does have hiking trails, picnic areas. Unfortunately, it is still closed due to storm damage. But it is quite a nice place to hang out and spend some time here also.
It looks like they haven't even started the rebuilding yet. We don't know when this will be open for public again, but as for now, nothing is going on. It's a beautiful park.
So we were trying to get into the Pink Shell Resort, but all the parking is up for the guests there and it's valet. We can't find a parking to get inside.
Our first trip to Fort Myers Beach was over 10 years ago with our daughter, who was a teenager back then. We fell in love with the beach and the atmosphere. In general, it gave us the sense of being far away in a Caribbean island, yet close to home. And just a year ago, we went in the pirate boat ride that leaves from Salty Sam's Marina by the Parrot Key Caribbean Grill. It's a family-friendly ride that you don't want to miss. They also have sunset cruises available. And we do have a video called the Sunset Cruise. It was fun to spend some time with Captain Shenanigan.
Here is the newly modeled whale, which later on we're going to be stopping in there and show you what it looks like inside. The Lani Kyle also took a bad beating by Hurricane Ian, and it looks beautiful now. They restored it, repainted, and it's one of the most known resort here in Fort Myers Beach.
And coming up next, an historic place that distinguishes Fort Myers Beach from other beach locations because it sits on a shell mound built by the Calusa Native Americans. You don't want to miss this.
And we have arrived at the Mound House.
Located directly on Estero Bay sits one of the oldest homes in Fort Myers Beach. Built in 1921, this is a 3-acre property. The shell mound constructed by the native Calusa by which they would build their homes. This would provide protection from storm surges and act as a high vantage point. A unique place to visit, it provides nearly 2,000 years of cultural history. The museum showcases the area's history from the native Calusa people to the early pioneer settlements. There are guided kayak tours to explore the mangrove tunnels in Estero Bay, a blend of history and nature.
Years ago.
Right. I'm from Argentina. Born in Argentina.
Okay.
Yeah. And I grew up in Miami Beach. I came on the States 60 years ago. Okay. Yeah.
They offer outdoor movie nights called Movies on the Mound. These events feature movies shown on the grounds overlooking Estero Bay. Blankets, chairs, and snacks are required.
And what sets apart Fort Myers Beach from the other beach areas here in Florida is this elevation. It is one of the highest points, and this is what makes it more interesting because in Florida, it's mostly flat land, but this is a little higher.
I'm thinking of coming back and enjoy more time exploring this place.
The estuary is home to hundreds of resident bird species. Many of these are commonly found along coastal waters of Florida. We're at the Matanzas Pass, and that is where the Mount House is located at. And this area connects the Estero Bay with the San Carlos Bay. And only a few feet of walking distance from the Mount House is the Matanzas Pass. And this is the observation pier area right here. We hope you enjoyed that little visit of the Mount House. It's a spot where not many tourists go to and not many people know about. We're just going to be showing you a few of the vacation rentals here. And this is what a Fort Myers Beach vacationing feels like. Or Fort Myers Beach living.
But the most important thing is that all that destruction that happened 3 years ago, it's all mostly gone.
There are major developments going on in Estero Boulevard. Other than the reconstruction of resorts as such as Diamond Head Beach Resort, Delaney Kyle, projects like water mains are being replaced, improved storm drainage. And one very important thing that Luigi and I noticed is that there are very few light poles. But today we found out that there is a project underway to install hundreds of new street lights and decorative poles to improve safety, especially at night. And the lighting is designed to be sea turtle friendly. We are still driving along the coastal side on Crescent Street. This is the backside of Margaritaville Resort. There is a sign that reads, "No passport required." This states that it's a tropical getaway without a passport. No need for international travel.
So after cruising around with the golf cart and going up and down the boulevard for Fort Myers Beach, we made it here to Junkanoo Below Deck, a waterfront dining, a very casual place here. There is boats, so boats could pull up and enjoy a meal here. And we just stopped for a drink and some quick bites. What I make out of Fort Myers Beach, I think it's a fun place and it's a family place. And it's a creative place. I do like the colors of the buildings with the pastel colors of the pinkish and the greens. It's got character. It's not just a strip of land with beach. They're surrounded with condos, rentals. But it is something that you would want to come back. It's not just a one-time experience for vacationing. It's a place that you think about and it fills you with warmth and joy. And it's a place that you would want to come back. Hey, Luigi, so what do you think of Fort Myers Beach so far?
My point of view was more like checking the improvements after the destruction that went on here. And we're heading in the right direction. It's very much a lot of stuff coming back. It's bringing things better than they were. And, it looks good. I would say 90% is done. There is the pier. I'm happy to find out that already finally they have the plan. Everything looks good.
Hey, so we got some grouper bites here. It looks like there's good pieces of fish and some toasted bread with mozzarella. To me, it looks like pizza.
Yeah, it looks like pizza.
Just some quick bites.
Junkanoo, what an interesting catchy name for a waterfront fun dining place. The name Junkanoo is a traditional festival from the Bahamas, and perhaps this cultural heritage is being reflected right here on Fort Myers Beach.
Well, that was relaxing and a gorgeous view here. And now for the highlight of Fort Myers Beach, we're heading to Margaritaville.
Yes, stay tuned. Let's get right to it. I want to show you the sunset ceremony. Right?
Yes, sunset ceremony will be there.
Yeah.
Hopefully.
Hopefully, if there's no traffic, because right now traffic is very heavy. And we should be able to make it.
Well, we're in the second week of November, and it seems like there's, of course, you have the snowbirds coming down, and it looks like a lot of people are getting away from the cold from the north, and it looks like there's more tourists down here right now.
Yep.
We would love to hear from you. What are your thoughts about Fort Myers Beach? Give us a comment below. One of Margaritaville Resort buildings has a famous line written on the siding. It's a song by Jimmy Buffett. which says changes in latitude, changes in attitudes, which can suggest one's environment can influence one's attitude and overall outlook on life. The day is almost coming to an end, and the best place to be is on the Sunset Terrace at Margaritaville. This is an elevated outdoor space located on the roof. It also has seating areas with fire pits, the perfect way to chill and unwind.
We are waiting for the sunset ceremony here at Margaritaville. Now, Margaritaville was under construction during Hurricane Ian. There was not much damage to the place here, and it still is a major hope and resilience, and that is why kept Fort Myers Beach alive. Margaritaville was the beacon of hope for people to keep going, keep striving, and to rebuild.
It's home to the License to Chill Bar and Grill, with daily activities and live entertainment. The absolute place to get a margarita or your favorite drink.
Parrot heads and beach lovers, welcome to Margaritaville, Fort Myers Beach. As the sun dips low, casting its golden glow upon a little slice of paradise, let's raise our glasses high for a heartfelt cheer to the day we've been blessed with. In the words of the legendary Jimmy Buffett, it's those changes in latitudes, changes in attitudes. Nothing remains quite the same. So here's to the ties that brought us together, the rhythm of the waves that serenade our souls, and the laid-back spirit that unites us all. May this sunset be a reminder that we are all here to embrace life and live it with a face-up attitude. Cheers, Margaritaville.
is something spectacular about being at the beach at this time of the day with the sunset and just the beauty of nature, what it gives you, and it just the gratitude of the day, what it provided to us, and then you look forward to the next day. But being here at Fort Myers Beach, this is gorgeous.
Yeah, it looks like Fort Myers Beach is coming back. Definitely is. Lots of improvement from year to year, and it is really refreshing to see that it's coming stronger than ever before. Good job, Fort Myers Beach.
Absolutely, I agree. Stronger than ever, stronger than before, and Margarita proves that. Once you build stronger with a stronger foundation, and according to the building codes, the newer building codes, storms that are ahead are able to sustain it. So we hope that it continues that way. But all the structures of the new developments that we saw, they are built strong, and that is the word. That is the word, built strong. So as we're walking by the shoreline here, we're going to be taking a walk to Lani Kyle and see what's going on there. As mentioned earlier during the day, we cannot provide you with the feel of what exactly it is to be here, but we could explain it. And we could explain that the sand here feels like baking powder. It is so soft and smooth, and it's so cool to the touch. That's the only way I could explain it, is baking powder. Baking powder. Now, we do know that there is a sand sculpture.
Maybe sugar grand? No, you don't want to go.
Sugar grand, that's graduated, but no, maybe confectionery sugar.
All right.
Maybe you got a point there, confectionery sugar, but not granulated sugar.
It's a beautiful sand. It's
yes,
beautiful.
It's awesome. There is a sand sculpture contest going on, I believe, November 20th to the 23rd. So this is coming up this week, and this is what's great about Fort Myers Beach, that they also have those sand castle contests. It'll be great to see.
And another wedding going on here.
We've been seeing a lot of beach weddings, and this is gorgeous. So what are some other beach sports other than jet skiing and kayaking? We have frisbee throwing. We got football going, so there's plenty of beach sports.
And welcome to the Lani Kai.
It's a perfect way to calm your spirits down and relax with this little rocking chair.
While we're here, I want to tell you a story. What happened last week? We filmed the video at Lower Ski, and we decided to drive through here, Fort Myers Beach, and we wanted to check out the new place. What was that called? The Whales?
The Whales.
Yeah, the Whales. We saw it was grand opening. Actually, they had a private event, a pre-private grand opening. So we said, let's park and check things out. And there was this parking lot that was $20 parking, but you know, that's during the day for beachgoers. And so we thought, you know, nobody was there to collect any money or anything. And we parked. I said, you know, we're only going to stay 5 minutes to check it out. And when we came back, this guy stands over there and he goes to me, is this your car? I said, yeah. He goes, well, you know, you're going to get tolled now. The toll truck is coming, and it's like, I said, what are you talking about? Because why, you didn't pay? I said, well, there was, you know, nobody here to collect money. And he's like, oh, no, you know, you gotta, you know, you didn't pay and this and that. Well, I said, look, if that's the case, I'm sorry, I'm willing to pay. He goes, no, you're gonna be told truck now. You're gonna be told away now, and so on and on. And I know, honestly, at first, you know, I got really...
He was harassing us.
Yeah, I really got concerned. It's like, wow, you know, how are we gonna get home and so on? I didn't want to go through the trouble. I said, look, I'm willing to pay. There was nobody here, and actually, no, he was standing right in the corner. He didn't say nothing. So I figured, you know, maybe it's after it was at night.
Well, when we got there, he was at the corner and he saw that we parked, but he didn't tell us, hey, you gotta park. He didn't tell us that.
Yeah. So to make the story short, he's like, all right, you know what? Just give me $30. And at the moment, I felt like, okay, you know, let me give him the $30. But while I was giving the money, I'm thinking, you know what? Something hit me, and it's like, this guy is really, you know, I don't think
Scammed us.
he scammed us over $30. I gave him the money, and afterwards, oh my God, you know, he was just a dude standing over there and try to get people. So be aware if you get in a situation like that, because you know you get across all kinds of people, and yeah, you know, I learned my lessons that way.
You try to make a fast buck. That's what it was.
Yeah.
You just try to make some fast money.
Because you know
careful.
it was like 8 o'clock. No, it was later than like 8 o'clock, 9 o'clock. I believe it was like 9 o'clock, right?
It was towards 9. Yes.
Yeah. So you know, normally it's $20 parking for the beach, but at the time, you know, so we figured, you know, that's it. You know, there's no pain because there's nobody going to the beach at
It was
the time.
empty. The lot was empty.
The lot was and he got us. So be aware. Heads up. Be careful.
My story is when we first moved here, and we did move here in October 3 years ago, right after the impact of Ian. So we did see the devastation of what happened here in Fort Myers and Fort Myers Beach, and it was heartbreaking. It was heartbreaking to see, and everything toppled down, and boats and houses. But I'm so grateful to be seeing the big changes here in Fort Myers Beach and in Fort Myers. The reason why we moved here from New York is part of it for the weather and for the way of living. Very different than up north. This is more calmer. You're able to enjoy things. It seems like you have more time during the day, whereas in New York it was always a struggle. Let's get going, let's get going, let's get moving. And then the weather, the bad, cold winter weathers. I cannot tolerate it. My body cannot tolerate, from the arthritis, knee pain, back pains. And moving down here, it has helped me a lot with the climate. I would have needed knee surgery if I would have stayed in New York, but thank God, so far, my knees are good. My arthritis, hey, I'm working with it. But so far, we enjoy living here, and we love the atmosphere. We love the way of life. We also work. It's not that we retired. I should have been retired, but I decided not to. I do continue to work, and I do enjoy it. But we do love living here in Florida. We finally made it to the Whale. We are on the 3rd floor. This is a 3rd floor. We're going to show you in a bit. And we're going to check out the 2nd floor. We truly hope that this video was informative to you, and also it was inspiring and motivated you to go outdoors and enjoy the great outdoors. Thank you for watching. Till next time.
And at this point, we have reached the conclusion of this episode. We hope that we have given you as much information as possible, and be sure to watch our up next video. Or our playlist. There might be some other video that you might be interested or considering of visiting. Thank you for watching, and we'll see you to the next video.